So, welcome back. You must be watching this video, and let me guess, because you're unhappy with where you currently are while you're day trading. Well, do I have a fix for you? Now, nothing in day trading comes easy. It all requires discipline. It all requires you to focus. It all requires you to want it bad enough to actually be able to perform correctly. So, in this video, I'm going over the best psychological reset you could possibly do to absolutely lock in your psychology for the best, for the good. And stop overtrading, revenge trading, and constantly spiraling out of control and having anxiety about taking trades because you cannot handle your emotions properly. With this set in place and this process I'm about to show you, that is all going to change for the better. Now, I'm sorry that I'm yelling at you guys a little bit, and probably through this video I'm yelling at you, and I'm sorry about that, but I just want you guys to know it's because I want everyone I teach to succeed. I've seen hundreds of traders, I've taught hundreds of traders, and they all boil down to the same issue, is their discipline, their psychology within trading. And I believe everyone has the power to fix that. You can control what you do. So, anyways, let's get into the video because I know you are just waiting for me to yell at you guys some more, but let's get into it. So let's get into it. How you're going to change your trading completely in 21 days from someone who is constantly in the cycle of revenge trading, over trading, over leveraging, and in constant losses and in a terrible cycle, how you are going to exactly flip that around in just 21 days. So why 21 days? And the truth, and this is actually backed up by studies, but most traders think that they need, more information, new indicators, so they start switching around their strategy. This is not true. Your brain needs repetition. It needs consistency, which is exactly what I preach. So neuroscience shows that habits begin forming after constant repetition. Your brain requires after 21 days of repeating the same action. So after 21 days, you follow everything you're supposed to, and we will get into that framework. Your brain will start to rewire itself. It will no longer crave overtrading and revenge trading. It will soon start to crave actually becoming a disciplined trader, actually being exactly who you want to become as a trader. Trading is 90% patterns you teach yourself to execute under pressure. And what are those patterns currently? Those patterns are over leveraging, moving your stop losses, over trading, like I just talked about. So please continue if you actually want to fix your trading and become exactly who you want to be. So for 21 days, we're not trying to simply just trade better. We're going to be reprogramming your brain. And now this is something I'm doing inside my Discord. And we will go over what the rules for it are, what is the framework for it are. And I suggest you start your 21 days tomorrow. Day 1 is tomorrow. So what are you actually retraining? 4 things. The attention span that you have. You're going to stop jumping through charts and stop chasing and FOMOing into trades. Impulse control. Stop entering early in revenge trading. You're going to stop those impulses. Pattern recognition. You're going to be trusting your levels and setups. Emotional tolerance. Handling drawdown without panicking. And I don't mean drawdown because you took away your stop loss or you moved your stop loss. I mean handling proper drawdown when you see it moving towards your stop and being able to just sit there and let it run its course. And these become and change faster than you think when your behavior actually becomes predictable. When you know what your next move is going to be instead of just maybe revenge trade, maybe overtrade, maybe move my stop loss, oh, maybe today I decide to be disciplined. No. Your brain and yourself will feel a lot better if you can focus on doing this. So what are the rules and what are the frameworks? Number 1, there is one setup only. There is no switching strategies, no experimenting. Your brain needs one model to internalize and figure out if that model actually works for you. Within these 21 days, if you decide to switch up your strategy, you must restart. You cannot just randomly switch it up and decide that you are just going to continue. Now, number 2, 1 trade per day. But Sophia, there's more setups than... I don't care. 1 trade per day only. It's not that hard. Yes, we see multiple setups. Do you have to take all of them? Absolutely not. Especially if you take a loss. There's no need to try to take another trade to make that win back, because I know that's what you're doing. Stop loss is always set at your entry. It removes 70% of emotional spiraling. You have to set your stop immediately as you enter. Okay, for my futures traders, we already know as soon as you enter your position, you can already set a stop loss. So it's just right there. Options traders, not as much, not so well. So as soon as you enter, you got to set that stop loss. Number 4, daily pre-market plan. For me, that looks like my levels, my bias, key times that I trade in, conditions, and any invalidations for my entry. That is always my daily pre-market plan. End of day recap. You want to write out 1 paragraph of what happened, what trades you took, what you felt, and what was correct, incorrect. What rules did you follow? Did you follow all your rules, or do you need to restart the 21 days? Now, what is the real reason that you're not improving? What is the real reason you are constantly stuck in a cycle? It is not because you're wrong. It is not because the market is against you. It is because you do not follow your trades and you do not listen to what your brain is telling you you need to do. Instead, you're doing what is known, what is comfortable. So stop doing that. You need to stop doing that. And if you just fix that for 21 days, you will change as the trader you know that you are currently sitting there as. Because I know if you're watching this video, you are uncomfortable, you are unhappy in the spot that you're at. You don't want to be there. Why else would you be watching this video if you are already where you're at? I know my audience. I'm not stupid. So listen up. Now, what you will notice start to change if you truly do follow 1 through 21 days of strictly 1 trade, risk management all there. You're following 1 strategy, 1 setup. Everything is down day 7. You hesitate a lot less. You start to feel a lot better, and you stop seeking random confirmations. I know what you guys do when your trade is now invalid, so you look for another level to confirm that trade off of. I know all your tips and tricks and secrets. Don't hide from me. Day 14, your losses become clean and controlled. By that, you have a proper stop loss, and you know when your trade is now invalidated. You stop spiraling after you make mistakes. Any mistakes that you make, whether not correctly looking over volume maybe, or having an improper key level, whatever that may be, you're going to stop making those careless, silly mistakes because now you're actually in control of what you're doing. And by day 21, you actually trust your setup. You feel much calmer as you're trading. Emotions aren't everywhere. Anxiety is not high. And you are no longer entering trades because you're hoping. You're entering because it's off of your model, your strategy, your risk management, your only A+ setups. That is why you're entering trades. So what is the 21-day contract I need you all to sign immediately? Maybe screenshot this or do something. Screenshot it. But anyways, for 21 days, I agree to take 1 setup, take 1 trade per day, use fixed stop losses, follow a written plan that you write out pre-market. And I'm not talking about 5 minutes before market opens when you roll out of bed. No. Recap my trade every single day. Journal down your trade. Not break this contract no matter how I feel. Consistency becomes identity. These 4 things will reset your progress. Changing your strategy. Trading out of boredom. Example, taking more than 1 trade a day. Adding new indicators, entering because you think it might go, revenge trading, moving your stop losses. Any of those things that we are training our brains not to do, if you break them, you restart the 21 days over. So if you are 8 days in, let's say you're 8 days in, you're going strong. Now on this 8th day, early market open, you take a loss. And you're like, shit, I took a loss. And I'm going to go and I'm going to look for another setup. You're in the process of breaking your rules. If you start to look for another setup and you take that, You have now broken your rules. And then you start revenge trading. And now that you've already broken your rule, you are like, whatever, I'll just break it even worse because it doesn't matter. I have to restart anyways. No. At least calm yourself down from that. If you do break a rule, you do not have to go haywire and all in. No. Calm yourself the fuck down. Get up. Go to the gym. Go to work. Go do what you need to do. And you come back tomorrow with a new journal written out as to why you broke your rules and why you did that. Now, what is the end result? If you actually follow this for 21 days, you're not just going to trade better. And like I said, you are going to become the version that you already envision of yourself as a trader. The version of you who is consistent, who is profitable because they make good decisions in the market, not because they over risk and they don't set stop losses. That's not why you are becoming a profitable trader. You're going to trust yourself a lot more. You're going to stop having anxiety and panicking during your trades. You're going to avoid the stupid mistakes that cost you, and you will finally consistently execute your trades. And this is the fastest possible psychological reset you can possibly do, is if you follow it for 21 days straight. Now, as I'm releasing it, it'll be February 5th. You have this month to take control over that. You also have the ability to control anything. Can you control the outcome of your trades? No. But what can you control? The trades that you enter, the strategy that you use, your risk management, what your A+ setups look like, overtrading, revenge trading. You control all of that. I don't do it. The market doesn't do it. You do. So lock it in. Be locked in for 21 days. It's not that hard. 21 days is not even a month long. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to do. And that is the truth. But another truth is that you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You're going to want to break your rules because that is what is comfortable to you. That's what feels good. But I don't care what feels good. You think I got here because I always wanted to feel good? No. It was way harder than that and way more stressful and way more anxiety inducing. Way more. So you have to understand, if you want it this badly, you're going to need to do the hard work. You're going to need to do the work that is required. So, anyways, sorry for yelling at you guys throughout this video, but I really hope you do understand, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching. As always, let me know if you guys have questions, concerns, comments, and make sure to subscribe so that you can see more videos. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is a little bit more of a serious video of me kind of yelling at you, but again, it's just because I truly do want everyone I teach to become successful and be exactly what they want to be, who they want to be, and happy with where they're at within trading. But anyways, make sure to subscribe here for more and to stay updated on my videos. And I also have another video linked right here for you guys to watch to learn more about my strategy. In the caption, I'll be linking my Discord as well, so you guys can join that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.